In the past 24 hours, the Raptors have traded both DeMar Carroll and Corey Joseph in two separate moves. So now I'd like to give you my thoughts on those moves as a Toronto Raptors fan. I watched a lot of Toronto Raptors games over the last few seasons, and I'm a huge fan of the Raptors as I live in Canada. And over the last 2 years, I've been consistently underwhelmed by DeMar Carroll. We signed him to a big contract. We were promised a decent or above average 3-point shooter, an elite defender, and a small forward that had just been in the Eastern Conference Finals and was a part of a 60-win team. But over the last few years, DeMar Carroll has consistently not proven his value, and to be honest, I am very happy that he's off our team, as Dwayne Casey consistently played him and put players such as Norman Powell and youth players on the bench, and their minutes and development is potentially being sacrificed for DeMar Carroll to be happy with his minutes. Now, Corey Joseph, on the other hand, has played very well over the last few years. When Kyle Lowry went down with injury, Corey Joseph stepped up and played very well. But his contract is a little bit too high, and it frees up more cap space. And another key move in this is that it allows our youth players in DeLon Wright to get more minutes. Now, although the Raptors did sign Kyle Lowry and Serge Ibaka this free agency, and they did give up a first round and a second round pick in order to trade DeMar Carroll, what I like about this offseason is that we're finally bringing in some of the youth to play in the rotation, and that we're buying into the youth. The Raptors' rotation last year relied heavily on NBA vets such as PJ Tucker, Patrick Patterson, Serge Ibaka, and DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. But our youth, such as DeLon Wright, Norman Powell, they weren't getting minutes. And I feel they deserve those minutes because when they played very well. Now, by getting rid of both Corey Joseph and DeMar Carroll, it frees up some more cap space to bring in some potential free agents. And Masai Ujiri, I believe, is one of the best GMs in the league and should bring in some great talent. But this also allows our youth players to finally get the minutes they deserve. Not only Norman Powell and DeLon Wright, but Jakob Poeltl last year was one of a top 10 pick. Barely got to play any. Now, hopefully, he will find some more minutes in the rotation for him and should be a backup center / power forward with Patrick Patterson's absence. Also, Bebe Nogueira. He played fantastic last year. I believe he was even top 15 in blocks in the league last year at one point, even though he was playing under 20 minutes per game. He has not gotten the minutes he deserves, as well as Bruno Caboclo. Although he was quoted on being 2 years away from being 2 years away, which now should be around 1 year away, he hasn't gotten many minutes either. Maybe now, with these two players' departure, it'll allow him to play even more and allow us to see if this youth talent is good enough to build towards the future. As DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, although they are in their primes, once their contracts expire, they'll be in their mid to late 30s. Now, after that's done, is the core of Norman Powell, Bebe Nogueira, Jakob Poeltl, DeLon Wright something to build towards? Or should we use those trade assets, as these currently still have value, to bring in some draft picks in order to build towards the future once DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are out of their prime? Overall, I give Masai Ujiri a huge thumbs up. I consistently trust in what he's doing. At the beginning of free agency, I wasn't sure what directions the Toronto Raptors should go. I was confused myself. But in Masai Ujiri, I've seen the moves he's made over the last few years, and I trusted any move he made. And I believe he consistently makes the correct decisions for the Raptors, and whatever vision he has for the Raptors moving forward, I can put my complete faith into. And I believe now, by buying into some of this youth movement, it allows us to see and allows Masai to see what kind of young talent we have moving forward, and it allows them to evaluate how good we should be not only next year, but in 2-3 years down the line. Thank you for listening. I just wanted to give you my reaction to these moves as a Raptors fan, as all my opinions are genuine on this matter. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later.